Amy Smith with us from Carson City Yoga. Welcome, Amy.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
We are so happy to have you on the show. A lot of folks are experiencing a lot of isolation and a lot of stress as a result of this pandemic, and yoga can be a fantastic way to deal with that.
Yoga is a great way to deal with that. When we closed and they talked about this difference between essential and non-essential businesses, and I said, it is true, the business of yoga is non-essential. However, the practice of yoga is incredibly essential right now. It's a great way to drop in, take care of yourself, take some time out, find a way to center and breathe and get into your body. And honestly, I think when you have a yoga practice and you take that time for yourself, it gives you the ability and the resilience to face the rest of the day, to face what's going on. There's a lot happening right now, and we need that resilience. We need to be able to walk into it with a little more groundedness.
Absolutely. And I think you touched on something really important there with the self-care aspect of
Mm,
yoga and taking that time for yourself to really to relax and be one with yourself and clear your mind.
absolutely. Absolutely.
And throughout this, Carson City Yoga has provided an avenue for your practice to reach out, and you're actually doing yoga classes online right now.
We are. Yeah, it took us a little while to get on board with that. We weren't so sure we wanted to do it in the beginning. But we are offering classes online. Kind of our students came forward and said, please, we want something. And so we have on our website, we actually have some recordings that it's my dog in the background, sorry. We have some recordings that anybody can access for free and do anytime. There's some short videos. There's a couple of full-length videos. Find your balance. That left knee presses down. So remember, from the belly across the hip all the way into the knee. And then that left arm reaches up. So we're lengthening from the knee to the fingertips.
So, as you mentioned, there are some classes that are online that people can access for free. Maybe folks who have never done yoga before and have never tried it out, but right now they're finding themselves in search of something that they can do from home. And so those classes are a fantastic way for people to maybe just try out yoga and see if it's for them.
Yes, although not all of them are for beginners. There are some classes that are for people who are a little more experienced. But we do have some of our shorter classes are by our teacher who teaches yoga for arthritis, and she does some short, real gentle classes.
Ones which I call cartoon yoga, which is our hands engage like this and turn over, and they come up, and maybe they'll be in the front, or maybe they'll be above your head. You know who you are. And we bring them down to our head and up, and inhale, and maybe to the side, opening up our side. The reason I call this one cartoon yoga, I don't think I've seen a cartoon yet where the person doesn't wake up and go, oh, what a sigh, what a relief.
There's some gentle movement qigong in there as well that you can access, and there are some real gentle a beginning level classes. They're all pretty short classes, but that's a great way to just kind of check in and see, who are the teachers and what are they like, and yeah, so absolutely. So those are available on our website, and we occasionally add to that. Yeah. What else do I want to say about that?
And then you also have the subscription service classes, and this would be as if you were coming into the yoga studio and taking a class. They're happening live at a specific time, and those are for people who are members.
Yes, you don't have to be like a monthly member. So we do have, it's available for our monthly members, and they can just pop in and take a class. We also offer those, just like we did when we were in studio. You can buy like a single class, or you can use a package of buy 6 or buy 10. So we have it pretty much set up the same way that you might have done it in studio. We do have, and most of our students are just doing what they normally do, and they're, you know, paying their price and hopping in, and they're happy to be there. We do have some options, payment options on there. So if you were financially impacted by this shutdown and you're struggling and you just, you know, yoga's out of the realm for you, we have some options to pay a much lower price. So that's all on the website, and you can see what that is.
All right. That's so fantastic and thoughtful, because a lot of people have been really impacted by this and are maybe not in work right now.
Right. Yeah.
And so offering that is really beneficial to make sure that people do have access to such a wonderful self-care routine.
Yeah. Yeah. And we want to make it available to anybody who needs it. You know, and I've always said, even when we're in the studio, I've always said, you know, if money is in the way of doing your yoga, let's talk, because there's always a way to do it. And I think, you know, as I said, yoga is, there's the business of yoga and there's the practice of yoga. And right now, what we need most of all is the practice of yoga.
And let's talk about that for a little bit, because even though it is the practice of yoga, the business of yoga is your business, and that's what Carson City Yoga does. Currently, the studio is closed, and you guys cannot open, and you're not going to be allowed to open in that phase 1 reopening that is taking place this weekend. When do you anticipate that the studio will be able to reopen?
Honestly, I'm not even going to guess. We are really operating on a day-to-day, roll with it kind of mode. I think, you know, even if we had been given the go-ahead to open this weekend, we were not intending to open in May at all, because our first priority is the safety of our teachers, the safety of our students, the safety of our community. And so when we get ready to open, we want to be very clear about making sure that it's a safe space for everybody to come into, having all of our little ducks in a row. And we will probably, when we do open, the most likely scenario is that we will open with kind of a hybrid model. We'll probably have to limit our class size in person. And we're thinking to potentially, and this is all, you know, theoretical at this point, but this is what we're thinking. We're thinking to also continue to live stream those classes. I know that there will be people who are not ready to come back into public spaces, people who are, you know, for whatever reason, vulnerable and don't feel safe doing that. So we will continue to provide a way for those people to access the classes.
That's really fantastic and important, because I think there are a lot of people who aren't going to be comfortable going out right away.
Yeah, agreed.
Especially those that might have some underlying health conditions, or, you know, maybe some of our older adults that really aren't in a position to go out and expose themselves. So being able to still access yoga online even after the studio opens back up is a really, really cool program. What even though you're closed right now, give people a little bit of information about what happens in the studio normally. Where is the studio? Just talk about your business a little bit.
Okay, yeah. Carson City Yoga is located downtown. Our main studio is right on Carson Street, Carson and Proctor. And we have been there. We've been open as Carson City Yoga for 3 years. And we were just about to have our 3rd annual open house when we shut down. So we shut down right when that was supposed to happen. So we have that main studio, and we also have a smaller studio over on 7th Street that we used for more intimate classes and used for like the yoga for arthritis. It's a little more easily accessible over there. We have a variety of teachers who offer a variety of styles of yoga. So we have everything from beginning yoga, gentle yoga, yoga for arthritis, adaptive yoga, all of that, all the way up to the power yoga and the more intense vinyasa flow style yoga. So we've got a wide range of options, and we have amazing teachers. All of our teachers are, they could gather around me right here and I could say this one and this one and this one, because they're really all amazing. So check out our website to see who they are, because they're all listed on the website. But I will tell you that all of our teachers really take to heart the practice of yoga. We all individually have our own personal practice, which gives us a really solid ground, a really solid place to teach from. And we bring that into the studio to provide a space where the students can begin to develop their own style and their own practice. You know, we don't feel like yoga needs to be done one particular way. Yoga is about finding your own style, your own practice. It's really important to personalize it. I will also add to all of this, we have meditation as well. And Jen Andrews, who was actually owned Yoga Soul prior to becoming Carson City Yoga, she offers really incredible meditation classes as well. And you know, there's not a lot of separation really between yoga and meditation, but sometimes it's nice to pull the meditation out and address it from that perspective. She is also doing a meditation class online right now. So that's available along with the yoga movement classes.
So whatever, whether it's meditation or yoga, it's available online. Go ahead and say your website once. We've got it there on the screen, but go ahead and say it for us for folks who might want to hear.
CarsonCityYoga.com. And you can find all the information there. There's also a contact button on there. If you have any questions, if you can't find what you're looking for, please, please, please send us a message. We're really good at getting back to you, and we love to hear from you with feedback, questions, comments, whatever. We love you.
All right, fantastic. We love you too, Amy. Thanks so much for being here with us today.
Thank you for the opportunity. It's great to chat with you.
And thanks to all of you for joining us for this week's edition of It's Your City at Home. We had a couple great guests represent Carson City businesses that are doing absolutely the best they can to bring you fantastic service even during this pandemic. Please support them.
Hi, this is Garrett Lapierre. I wanted to take a second to let everyone know in these uncertain times that it's even more important to use a real estate agent that understands the market and really knows what they're doing. As an industry, we've taken steps to ensure that our clients are safe and that we don't spread germs as we go and look at homes and go through the home buying and home selling process. I'm here for you to answer any questions you may have, whether it's in regards to the current market conditions or any other real estate related question. Be safe out there, and we'll get through this together.
We will be back with more It's Your Cities, so stay tuned. I'm your host, Courtney Bloomer, and we'll see you soon.